Hi, darlings. It's Robin here with your daily spirit message reading. This is for Monday, April 28th. And the look is pajama party realness. I'm so excited. So this is actually a onesie. So how many of you guys have a onesie? Let me know in the comments and let me know what color it is. Mine is pink. Is it pink? I'm colorblind. Anyway, daily spirit message reading for Monday, April 28th. I was guided to finally do a theme week. I know it's been ages. And this one is going to be a message from the angels. And I believe we could all use a little bit of extra support. So I'm going to pull one card just from the Angel Tarot, that is the Archangels or the Major Arcana. And then I'll finish up with the regular deck du jour. Okay, so this says the Star. Okay, so this says the future is bright. Whoop, I almost dropped the deck. Hold on. The future is bright. Man, I'm having some problems off screen here. Dreams come true. Dreams can come true. There's that song. I forget who sings it. Let me know if you guys can remember it. It's like, dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so this is beautiful news. And how many of you guys needed to hear that? You know, like Winston Churchill famously said, if you're going through hell, keep going. It's just a phase. And I want to remind you guys that a bad day is not a bad life. You know, just try to find some solace. If you're going through a rough time, we all go through them. So let's have a couple more cards. We have the Queen of Cups and she's in reverse. So I do see that there could be some sort of like really emotional stuff going on around you that is hard to take. And this can also be like, especially if you're feeling like nervous, anxious, maybe a little bit weepy, maybe distraught, angry, and you have nothing really in your life that you can point your finger at. I think it's probably going to be a neighbor or somebody that you work with. So I'm going to give you guys a couple little tips here. I talk about using salt, right? You can put salt on your border of your property if you live in a house, or you can put salt in front of your doorway if you live in an apartment, like wherever you can put it. If you have like an adjoining wall with somebody, sprinkle the salt along that adjoining wall, right? So, and try to negate that negative energy that is coming in. And sometimes we find ourselves absolutely surrounded by people that maybe you wouldn't have anything to do with if it wasn't for the situation, like working or your business or croak. I'm going to give you guys another tip too. And I use this one because I think I've told you guys about my neighbor that just lets her dog bark like crazy no matter what time of day it is. I actually take a mirror if you have one, and I find like a handheld mirror that has a handle with a hole in the handle, invert it so that the mirror is reflecting to the direction of the disturbance. You can even put it facing up on your cupboards or on the top of your fridge if the problem is coming from upstairs, like if you have a rowdy upstairs neighbor. And I think we have all had one. Am I right? Like, oh my God, I don't know what upstairs neighbors are doing. Maybe aerobics in the middle of the night. And just knowing that the past does not necessarily need to dictate the future, okay? You can turn things around. You really, really, really can. And just thinking like, things like this always happen to me is kind of asking for a cycle to repeat. So if you don't want to repeat having like I'm getting a really spicy word here. You know, those coworkers that you just can't stand, or your boss or your neighbor, and maybe you've had a couple of those things, like maybe even had a really bad dating streak, angel number 444. It doesn't have to keep repeating. Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it has to. But if you keep talking about it, it's kind of building the future. So let's try those things, the salt and the mirror, and just having faith, you know, that everything can turn around and that you have the positivity, you have the strength, you have the emotional self-control to make things happen for you, okay? Angel number 511 just went by. And I think that means a lot to me, because that was actually, like, my son used to be a football player, and their quarterback, I don't know, when they were at the scrimmage line, he would always yell 511, 511. I have no idea why, but that number is going to be really important for you today. And I'm going to go.